Happy Halloween, everyone, and welcome to this year's Spook-tober-Fest. This year, I'm doing Haunting, starring Polterguy. This game is a perfect Halloween game as far as I'm concerned because it has a lot of things in it that are spooky. Things like robots, ghosts, skeletons, demons, creepy as shit. What the fuck is that? Dragons. Wait, is that zombie Hitler in the toilet? Oh, okay. I didn't know this was that kind of game. So in this game, you are a skateboarder dude who, clearly, although they never mention it full on, got run over by the family, the Sardinis, a bunch of rich fuckers. So you have to go and haunt them. And you do so by possessing varying items in the room that they are in, and you use that to scare them. Grandpa, no! Your eventual goal is to scare them out of the house, so that they run out with their tail between their legs. Get the fuck out, Vito. Vito's gone. When I was a little kid, I was generally quite terrified of this game. You'd think in a game where you play as the ghost haunting the people that you would actually be a lot less scared. However, that's not really what scared me about this game. What scared me about this game was this motherfucker right here. On occasion, when you're wandering throughout the house, if you're not in a room where another human is, this fucker will appear, this creepy-ass octopus head thing, and it will try to attack you and eat any leftover ecto that's on the floor. They're creepy as hell. I mean, look at this thing. This is scar your children level of creepy. On top of that, all of the different little scares that you see throughout the game, they're actually quite scary. And a kid with an imagination as large as mine was, you imagine this stuff happening to you. Oh my god. Oh, a sexy lady. Oh, dear lord. Oh my god. Oh my god. This, like, if you saw this, you would shit yourself. Also, you get to go to hell. Although they don't really call it that, they call it the dungeon, but I mean, I don't know, I call this hell. I mean, skulls, bats, arms grabbing out of the walls. While trying to scare the family, you have a little timer. This timer is the use of ectoplasm, or ghost goo, as I like to call it. While you're in hell, you collect more ectoplasm, and you can also collect these varying different blood letters. These blood letters give you different items that you can use in the game. The different items that you get to use in this game are Dog Off, Super Scare, Voodoo, Ecto Extra, and Zombie Eyes. The Dog Off is pretty useful because there is a fucking dog that follows you around the entire game and will bark, reducing your ecto count, causing you to have to go back to hell. Using the Dog Off item places food on the ground that allows the dog to fuck off for a little while, and so it's useful in the later levels, especially when the dog just fucking follows you. Super Scare. I don't really know how this one works. You put down a present and everyone ignores it. They just won't fucking see it. It's just, okay, thanks, bye. Happy birthday. Ugh. Voodoo is my favorite one because when using Voodoo, you become corporeal and you can stomp around and throw bombs at them, scaring the ever-loving crap out of them, also throwing them around the room. It's friggin' violent and brutal. Ecto Extra is useful for restoring your ectoplasm up to full, so you don't have to go to hell right away. Zombie Eyes. Use this one while you're in the room with one of the Sardinis, and it turns them into a zombie. It only lasts a short amount of time, but you can use it to scare one of the other residents. You possess them and wander around the house and you're able to scare the others. It doesn't work very well, unfortunately. It's not as terrifying as you'd think it would be. You know that little tiny face on next to that hair? The little tiny face on there. Haunts! I can't help but notice that the birdcage didn't go back to normal after it was done. That means that wasn't an illusion. That bird is dead. Oh god. What happened? I'm stuck in the wall. Oh, good. Good. In hell, you have a life bar that's demonstrated by this little picture down here in the corner. And once that's depleted, then that's it. Game over. There is no save file. You get to start from the very beginning. This is back in the age of video games where it was actually hard. And for the ending of this game, you would expect, oh, you scare everyone, that's great, they're gone, I don't know, they scared to death something, they're gone, then at the end, you win, whatever. But no, this game actually has a final boss, something you wouldn't necessarily expect. It turns out the dog was behind it all along. Behind what? I don't know, the ghost heads. I guess this dog is supposed to be Satan? I'm not really sure, but you fight the dog, and my god, this is hard as nails because your frickin' projectiles, they just go. And there is no standard, they just go. He summons these little ghost heads, which you can kick, and I don't think they damage you. And then once he summoned the ghost heads and they're gone, then he starts shooting fireballs, and you can throw bombs at them, but the projectiles, that's not fun. Once you finally defeat this form, he turns into brains, little robot spider brains that for the life of me I could not figure out how to beat. I spent like an hour fighting this fucker, in and out of the hell zone, just trying to figure out how to beat these brains. Eventually I figured out that you have to just keep hitting them until they die, all of them. Because every time you hit them, they duplicate. I thought I was just doing something wrong, but apparently you just have to keep hitting them until they die. Once you beat the game, congrats, you're free, you've been brought back to life. Oh. I guess not. Guess it's not a happy ending after all. Happy Halloween!